Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to bake peanut butter cookies, and it only takes 4 ingredients, which is awesome, so I really hope that you guys are able to bake these. So we have peanut butter, vanilla extract, sugar, and 1 egg. Okay, so what we're going to want to start out with doing is you're going to want to turn your oven on to 350, and so we set ours to bake. However yours works, I don't know, but it'll be at 350 so that it can preheat, so they can warm up for our cookies. And then we're going to want to take a sheet and we're going to want to grease it up so that our cookies don't stick. So just a little razzle dazzle on there. And then we can start combining the ingredients. So we're going to start with 1 cup of sugar. So we have our 1 cup. We're going to measure out some sugar. Right. And you're going to want it to be nice and level on top, or at least somewhat level. We'll pour that in there. Can add our peanut butter, Alright, so we have successfully gotten out our peanut butter now. We're going to take 1 egg, we're going to crack it, and we just put it right in there. Okay, next we're going to take our 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we're just going to pour it over the bowl so in case you drop any, it won't make a mess.
Your spoon level.
So just pour it in nice and gentle then. And here we go. Alright, so now we've got all our ingredients and they just need to be mixed together. So if you don't have a mixer, you can use a fork. This is going to take a significantly longer time, but it is possible, I assure you. But it will take a lot longer. So you're going to want to mix it around pretty good. You really want to have all the ingredients really well mixed together. So you'll know it's mixed whenever all the sugar and all the egg is mixed into the peanut butter. You shouldn't really be able to see anything. So we're going to finish this with our hand mixer. So we're going to take our blender, we're going to turn it on.
That's a beater.
Beater. And we're going to turn it up. So you want to get it nice and mixed around. And if you have stuff on the sides, try and get it as well. Okay, so then we're going to take our spatula and we're going to kind of scrape the stuff off of the sides so that we get it in a nice big lump. You don't want to have any excess. And it's really sticky. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to make little balls out of it. And this is my dog. She's begging for peanut butter because it's her favorite. But we're going to make little balls out of the dough. And we're just going to place it on our pan that we already greased. So something that I found that is really helpful is if you roll the dough in your hands like this, it'll just make it form a lot better. So you can see that they make little circles if you roll it in your hands real well. All right, so now that we have our cookies rolled into our little balls, we can start to put the crisscross on the top with our fork. Mine ended up making 18, so I put mine 3 apart and 4 down on this big one, and then I had to use a little one for the extras. But we're gonna put some sugar on our fork, and then we're just gonna press it into the cookie. And you wanna do it both ways so that it makes that crisscross pattern. And we'll do this for every single cookie. So you just kind of squish it down. We've got all of our cookies crisscrossed, and we're gonna put them in the oven to bake. So if you remember at the beginning, we already turned on our oven, so it should be nice and hot, so you're gonna wanna be really careful. I'm just gonna slide them in there. And I'm only putting in 1 tray at a time. And so you want to bake it from 10 to 12 minutes depending on your oven. I'm not sure how long ours is going to take, so I'm going to set it for 11 on the timer. And I'm just going to want to keep an eye on the cookies to make sure that they don't get burnt. So ours ended up taking about 12 minutes. So we're going to take them out, and I've got my mitts on because it's real hot. Take them out of the oven here. And so we just want to check to make sure they're done. They should be nice and flattened out like this. So we're going to lift them up. We're going to kind of check the brownness underneath. So, oop, it broke a little bit, but that's okay. But it's nice and brown on the underneath. And you don't want it to get too dark or it'll burn. So now that we have checked our cookies and we know that they're good to go, we are going to sit them over on our tray to cool, so that way it's off of this warm oven and they can actually cool and harden. Okay, so we took our last batch out of the oven, and if you want to do a little something special, I have these little Hershey's milk chocolate bars and I split them in half. So I'm just gonna put one right on top and just push it in a little bit, but you can also use Reese's Cups, you can use Hershey Kisses, and it just gives it a little something extra for you. And you want to make sure that you turn off your oven when you're done.
Yay!